In this video, I'm going to share with you my plan of action to complete my degree as soon as possible by enrolling in the WGU Business Administration Information Technology degree program. I think I got that right. Stay tuned.
Dear me, 3 to 6 months. Watch how I make you proud.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TehcZavier, where I help you go further in tech. Quick disclaimer, this is going to be a long video. And I know people don't like long videos without some way to click through them. So just as a gift to you, there'll be timestamps listed below that you can click through if you want to jump to a specific area. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the degree program I chose at WGU. I talk about some of the core parts of that degree program and how it's different from other degree programs at WGU and in other places altogether. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to prepare to get through this degree as quickly as possible. Now, WGU has a reputation of people passing or getting their degree in as few as 6 months, or, sometimes fewer than maybe 2 months or 3 months. So it all depends on where you're starting from, but we're going to get into that right now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with WGU, the school. So WGU stands for Western Governors University. And it's funny because I've seen this school before I applied, or before I even heard about it from, who did I hear about? Oh, Josh Madakor. He was the main person that I heard this from. I was looking up a video tutorial on how to do like a lab with AD and Active Directory. And then I saw these WGU videos and I was like, this is pretty cool. And this is a really well-known school. There are a lot of people who have gone through this program for different reasons, and we're going to talk about what programs they offer, and then specifically what programs they offer within tech. So this is the website. It's wgu.edu, and you can see here it's the University of You. Get a degree on your time in less time. So we're going to go and take a look at that later, but these are the major schools. So you have a College of Business or School of Business, School of IT, School of Health and Nursing, which is interesting, and then School of Teaching. Now, I've worked in education, and when I see teaching, I kind of get a little like, because it's rough. And it's not rough because of the kids. It's usually rough because of the adults, but I digress. So let's go ahead and look at the School of IT here. I'm going to click on this one. And as you can see, they have programs that are bachelor's degree programs, and they have master's degree programs. They also partner with different certification boards to get you certified in different areas, depending on the degree program that you selected. Now, for my degree, let's go ahead and find the degree that I'm looking for, or that I have enrolled in. Or actually, let's start with these. So they have a computer science degree, and this is a bachelor's, cybersecurity and information assurance, which is really popular. I get a lot of good feedback about that one. Cloud computing. This is one that I started to go with initially, but made a change just because cloud is a little bit above what I can do at the moment in the time frame that I want to get it done. Then we have network engineering and security, data management, which is really cool as well. In my opinion, software development. Shout out to the software developers. You guys have a different kind of brain, in my opinion. Then you have information technology, which is more of like, it's, if you think about the CompTIA A+ certification, where you're learning more about just IT in general, this is kind of one of those baseline certification or degree programs that kind of touch on a lot of these different other ones that I mentioned, but it's a more of a generalist kind of approach for someone who's into technology, but maybe is not a specialist yet. This might be the one you want to check out. Then they have the Accelerated Information Technology Bachelor's and Master's degree. So this is a combo degree. They have one for Health Information Management, which is big in healthcare. And then the last one that I signed up for is the IT Management BS in Business Administration. So let's go ahead and look at this particular degree program. Okay, so this is the Bachelor of Science Business Administration Online IT Management degree. So quick backstory, when I applied for WGU, I initially applied for the cloud computing degree. And when I did that, I was part of the School of IT, or the College of IT, however they classify it. And then when I decided, hey, you know what, based off of, just some of my own career interest and a slight change of heart, I went ahead and enrolled in this program. And this actually falls under the business school. So even though it shows it listed, it's kind of listed there because there's a point of reference or intersectionality with IT. Okay. And if you want to get started with this, I'll link this particular degree below in the description. But this is an overview of the degree, and we'll read a little bit of it together. It says, technology is the backbone of almost every business, no matter what industry, small or large, public or private, nonprofit or for-profit. Every business and industry needs technology to help it thrive. Earning an online technology management degree will prepare you to meet the needs of businesses, helping them to overcome software delays and system failures that are dramatically impacting their bottom line. This online information technology management degree from WGU can increase your earning potential, improve your opportunities for advancement, and prepare you for a role as a technology linchpin for an organization. So really cool intro. I do want to back up right here because in a lot of organizations that I've worked in, there's this tug of war between operations, let's say like the business side, and then IT. There's always a tug of war, and HR is like playing referee. But in short, yes, technology is what kind of helps to propel businesses, but without a business idea or ideal or baseline, there's no need for the technology in that space. So the two they're codependent or interdependent, if you will. So just want to put that out there. Let's look at the courses and competencies for this program. So I won't read through this, but you're welcome to read through it on your time. But basically, there's a general education requirements here. And if you're like me and you've gone to college a long time ago and you've gotten your associate's degree, then chances are you have basically satisfied everything you need for the general education requirement. So here they have like applied probability and statistics. I barely got through that course. English Composition 1, Intro to Communication, Critical Thinking and Logic, which might be like a philosophy course that you may have taken. This one was really cool. I remember taking this or something similar to it. It was like interpersonal communication. I really learned a lot about what happens when we talk to one another. Let's see, English Composition 2, which is just a higher form of English, Applied Algebra, Intro to Sociology, Survey of United States History, Introduction to Humanities, and then Integrated Physical Sciences. So think about your chemistry or your biology or something like that. All right, so we've got that out the way. Then we have the business management. So these are more of like the higher level, I believe, business courses. So it's like value-based leadership, organizational leadership, project management, operation and supply chain management, quantitative analysis for business, and then change management. And if you work in IT, this is a very big one. Change management. When things go down or things change, it has a ripple effect. And if you're not managing change appropriately, everybody gets upset. So now we talk about business core. So you have like fundamentals for success in business, principles of financial and managerial accounting, information technology management essentials, financial skills for managers, concepts in marketing, sales, and customer contact, principles of economics, business environment applications 1. So this is business structures and legal environment. This I'm very curious about just because I think business law is very important. And even though it's more of a general context, it's still good to know, in my opinion. Managing in a global business environment, because we do make contact with people all around the world, wherever you're at in the world. Innovative and strategic thinking, emotional and cultural intelligence, again, a very big one. Principles of management, and then business simulation, which let's see what that talks about, because I'm curious. It says this course ties together all the skills and knowledge covered in the business courses and allows the student to prove their mastery of the competencies by applying them in a simulated business environment. Oh, that's pretty cool. This course will help take the students' knowledge and skills from the theoretical to applicable. And I know that's a knock for people that, let's say I'm, 18-year-old Xavier, and I go to school and I get this degree in business. There's a lot of questions about, well, yeah, you got a degree, but do you know how to apply anything? And I like that some schools are trying to offer more in the way of, even in an online environment, hey, can you apply what you're thinking about to a real life situation? So that's really cool. All right. So without skipping too much, because I went down that list pretty far, they have network and security. So there's a network and security foundations course. And it covers LAN, MAN, WAN, double LAN, PAN, SAN, CAN, and VPN. So all the different kinds of connections just kind of gives you a broad view of this stuff. And again, if you've done CompTIA's Network Plus or even the CompTIA A Plus, you probably have a good foundation of network and security. Next, it's going to be the human resources section. So this was pretty interesting. I never even considered that this would be part of a program. I've started a program with University of the People, which is a really cool tuition-free platform, which I might talk about a little later, in another video. But for the purpose of this degree, I thought it was interesting to have, intro to HR management, employment law, workforce planning, and then compensation and benefits. So I think that's really cool. They have data management, which is really important. So data management foundations. And I thought this was pretty interesting. So they have an intro to spreadsheets, and this is like a 1-unit course. And I was like, intro to spreadsheets, that's interesting. That, it would even be in here. I know Excel is really important, but like, who doesn't know spreadsheets? But I digress. And then it says information systems management, which is kind of like really the foundation of IT management. So it's really cool. I think I mentioned data management, but the data management foundations, business of IT applications. This one is, so it says this course introduces IT students to information systems. And then the course includes important topics related to the management of information systems, such as system development and business continuity. The course also provides an overview of management tools and issue tracking systems. So I think that I have my ITIL certification. I believe that this will transfer over to kind of satisfy this business of IT, but we'll see. I want to get as many things knocked out as possible. And then the things that are definitely not covered in a transfer will be like the business IT management portfolio requirement and then the capstone. So, excuse me, there are 40 courses in total, and then they have the capstone projects. So you can read through that. And let's look at the cost and time. Let's see what they say. So I guess on average, most people complete WGU in about 2 years. So again, there's there's 6-month terms. So you figure that's about 4 terms that they completed in. And that's not bad. Even if you're starting from the beginning, let's say you're fresh out of high school or at any point, and you're just trying to slowly get through college with an affordable plan or affordable program, this is pretty cool. 15 grand may feel like a lot, but over the course of 2 years, it's not that bad. The other thing too is that WGU does allow you to do payments over the course of 4 out of the 6 months. So let's say you start in October, like I'm going to be starting, then you'll have October, November, December, and then January to pay up your tuition all the way through. That would be March. So just, nice flexible plan. And so you figure, like for my program, it's about $950 for a 6-month term. Or $950 a payment for the 4 payments. And you do that, in stages across 2 years. It's not too bad. So just something to consider if you had to pay out of pocket like me. But there's always financial aid, which if you can get it, get it. Let's talk about the next part here. It says flexible schedule. So they have what's called a competency-based education. And competency-based education allows you to set the speed of your progress. So no waiting for other class members, no waiting for a new semester to start. If you're already familiar with the subject, review the material, take the assessment, and move on. Taking a course in a subject that's new for you, utilize all available resources and ensure you're comfortable with the material when you take the assessment. So here's kind of a diagram. says you start your course, begin a course from the degree plan you build with your program mentor. And then if you can just skip through and like, I guess, master the work, then you're good to go. You can either you do the coursework and you can access to course instructor support, study on your own schedule, set your learning pace. And for courses with an objective assessment, take a practice assessment to check for your knowledge. And then in terms of the assessment, you begin the performance assessment, usually a paper or presentation, or schedule your objective assessment to demonstrate mastery of the material. And there you go. Okay, so in terms of career outlook, this is what we kind of care about the most, right? The ROI. So it says on average, WGU graduates see an increase in income post-graduation. And this was from some source data from 2021. It was a Harris poll of 1,252 WGU graduates. And these are people who have received their degree since 2017. So it was kind of done around that time. If you can see my cursor here. And again, within 2 years of graduation, they earned, I guess they saw an increase of 18 grand, which is not bad, depending on where you're starting from. And then within 4 years, that amount, they saw maybe an increase of like half of that, a little bit less than half. So maybe 40% or so. So not bad. Definitely good outcome. And really it's not like WGU is not here to make a career. This is just a tool to get you in the door. And you have to demonstrate the skills, especially with all the layoffs and talks about layoffs. It's really up to you to do what you need to do in order to stand out and to earn more. And sometimes you got to work a little bit on the side, but you have to be prepared to do whatever it is you need to do in order to get that paycheck the way you like it. All right, let's talk about admissions. So admission requirements for IT management. So they have an enrollment checklist that you can download. You can make sure that you're all set up. And again, it's all on this first page, so it's really neat. But it says for undergraduate business programs, there are currently no additional admission requirements beyond the general admission requirements. Note, students will not have the option or ability to waive or remove transfer credits in order to earn a certificate. Their coursework is counted towards their degree, but they will not earn the certificate if they have brought in more than 50% of the transfer credits for that intended certificate. So note, you do not need to take the ACT or SAT to be admitted to this program. And then they talk about why they don't require that. And then some more details here. So they have some WGU certificates in IT management. So the business information technology management degree program allows students to earn valuable credentials on their path to a degree, including the technology management, strategic thinking, and innovation and leadership certificates. These certificates allow you to demonstrate mastery and add credentials to your resume before you even graduate with your degree. So that's really cool. And then they have some FAQs here. All right. So here's one that you're probably wondering. Well, actually, let's go through all of these because I think it's important to address these FAQs. I have an idea about it, but let's see what WGU says. So the first question is, what does an IT manager do? So if we read it, it says IT managers have many important roles in an organization. Some of their daily responsibilities may include planning needed IT projects, meeting with stakeholders to go over IT needs, managing staff working on IT projects, communicating with teams and organizations what is needed for tech projects, monitoring progress of current IT projects, analyzing business requirements to see how IT projects fit into company needs, reporting on the success of projects, and continually monitoring results. Okay. The managing staff part is the part that I think a lot of people dread when they talk about management. That is, managing people is hard, or it can be hard if you don't have a plan and you're not consistent. So taking this degree will definitely help you with that. And then let's keep looking. Let's see, what is an IT management degree? It says an IT management degree will combine important business strategies and leadership skills with the understanding of IT practices and needs. While it often doesn't involve direct programming or coding knowledge, an IT manager is more of the leader of IT related projects for an organization. An IT degree will combine important IT fundamentals with, business know-how and how to help students be prepared to lead teams. And then they're saying, is this a good career? Well, they're going to say, of course it is. Maybe. No, it says IT management is generally seen as a great career with good stability, high pay, and low stress levels. I don't know about that, but it says the job outlook is also good, with more opportunities opening every day as organizations evaluate and expand their IT needs. That I would agree with. And lastly, it says, how many years of college does it take to be an IT manager? So it says most IT managers will need at least a bachelor's degree to be qualified for this role. Traditional schools have 4-year bachelor's degree programs for IT management, but there may be online options such as WGU, where students finish in 3 years on average. So that's the average time that students take to finish this. And I'm assuming that that average is you coming in with no prior college experience, no transcripts, no certs, maybe even a very beginner or newbie kind of thought pattern when it comes to IT management. So once you read through all this and you feel like it's a good fit, you can go ahead and apply and go ahead and get started. I do have to say that so I had 2 different experiences. We'll go back and let's have a moment real quick. So I had 2 different experiences with WGU counselors and some of the go-between kind of support help desk kind of folks that I was working with, or call center folks. So my counselor, my enrollment counselor for WGU, the cloud program, he was cool. This was the business of IT. He was a nice guy, but comparatively speaking with the woman that helped me in the school of business, it was just like night and day. Now, I'm not saying anything about the school as a whole, because a lot of people have gone through the program and have had a lot of success. So maybe I just got a lucky or unlucky kind of first encounter with folks, but nothing was like the person wasn't rude or anything like that. It was just, it seems like they were kind of aloof, or as I was talking, they were trying to hurry me up to kind of get to the next part gently, if you will. It was really weird, but I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling this. And I almost moved to get a new counselor until, well, I just changed the degree program, and that happened automatically. So shout out to my current counselor. She's amazing. She's gone through everything with me very thoroughly and helped me make some other decisions on how to prepare for WGU while I wait for that October 1st deadline. So let's talk about that. Okay, so we're going to shift over to Western Governors University, their transfer path agreement. So they have a couple of transfer path agreements that they work with other schools and some of these online course providers. And I heard about this through Josh Madakor about study.com, which we'll talk about in a second. But the counselor I talked to really gave me some good insights about Sophia Learning. So Sophia Learning is a company that basically provides you with what you need to get prepared for the general ed, primarily for different degree programs. And they also cover some of the core business courses. So I'm going to make this a little larger so you can see it. But if you look to the left here, like these are the WGU courses. In this case, we have general ed. We have like the core courses for this particular degree. So they have like information technology management essentials, and they have the WGU additional courses. Okay, so these are the breakdown, and they have some non-transferable courses as well that have to be completed at WGU. All right, so when I looked at this list, I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. They have quite a few courses that transfer over, and so from top to bottom, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 courses in total that transfer over to WGU. And again, for me, that's really cool because now I have whatever the difference is. I think it's about 25 or so. I think I counted about 25 other courses that I would have to take in order to meet the requirements. So this was really cool. I know that I haven't taken these courses anywhere else, so these are definitely mandatory. I'm hoping that I don't have to take any of these general ed courses because I think I've satisfied them all, but I have a strange feeling that English 102 might creep around and I might have to take that again. But this is a cool link. If you're interested in this program, I'll link this approved transfer list in the description as well, so you can take a look at that. And then let me bring up the transfer list for study.com. And I guess thinking about this, I should have started with this page, but essentially this is the home general transfer page, and you can see all the state agreements they have with different states, and then they have national agreements. And when you go to the bottom, you'll see these different academies. I've heard of Sailor Academy too. I might check them out as well. But these are a couple of different kind of independent schools that you can go through, or programs or companies you can go through. And so we're going to look at study.com as well, because they cover a lot. So let's click on them. And so once we click on this page, we're going to come up to some sections like this. We just want to expand the College of Business. And then I want to look for the Business Administration IT Management. So let's go ahead and click on that. All right. Now, as you can see, study.com transfers over quite a bit. So like just about every class. So in my estimation, I would probably go for the courses that are not listed with Sophia. And we're going to talk about the pros and cons for each of these. I call them transfer ready programs, if you will. So study.com, obviously, if we just want to talk about a pro right away, as you can see, like everything transfers over. It's quite a bit. And there's some good equivalencies here for some of the more technical stuff as well. Fortunately, there's not a lot of technical aspects or technical type courses that you have to take. They're more business related, but when you do get to them, I'd rather, if I can, take them here and pass them there. So that's the breakdown. I'll put this in the description as well. But now let's go ahead and look at the difference between both programs. So let me show you Sophia first. Let's go here first. This is Sophia.com, and basically it's a program that helps you get transfer ready for some of the courses that you want to take at Western Governors or any other schools that it qualifies with. And if you're watching this now, you want to get started, they do have a discount code here. So if you use BTS, I guess Back to School 2022 by September 15th, you'll get 25% off your first month, and you can use that code. So in terms of the program, I'm going to start where I start all the time. I just want to know, well, how much does it cost? So let's go to how it works and let's see what they let us know. So Sophia membership starts with a free trial. You could try the first unit of any course, take your time, no time limit, meet your instructors, and confirm that your credits will transfer. So that's really cool. It's no credit card required. But then they also have some other memberships here. So you can start your free trial, and then you can choose a membership option that works best for you and gain unlimited access to all Sophia courses. Now, here's something I'm going to tell you as an IT professional and someone who works closely with documents all the time. It's important to read. Now, I heard about Sophia.com. I took a look at it and I was like, 2 courses. I want to be able to take more than 2 courses because, you know, I want to go into this program with as little work to do as possible. So I read that and I was like, oh, nah, I'm not even worrying with it. I'm not even going to touch that. And then I talked with the counselor, and the counselor was informing me that, no, you can take as many courses as you want in a month's time or over a few months, whatever you want to do before you start the program. And I'm like, wait, no, I remember 2 courses, but then you got to read. So let's see if I can find the FAQs here, because this is what really caught my attention. And it says, where is it at? Oh, are you limited to 2 courses each month? So I open that, and lo and behold, it says, nope, you can take as many courses as you like each month and are allowed to be active in 2 courses at the same time. So that's kind of the thing. So just think of it, I think of it like a buffet line. All right, because I like to eat. So if you imagine you're at a buffet line, they might say, okay, well, you can bring 2 plates back to your table at a time. But once you finish those 2 plates, you can go back and get seconds, essentially. So you can take 2 courses concurrently at the same time within that month. But once you finish those courses, you can go back and take another 2 and another 2. And in my case, it'll be 3 trips of 2 courses if I can get it done, and then 1 trip of 1 course. That'll be 7 courses that they transfer over to WGU. Okay. So the other thing about study.com or Sophia.com is that they do have an automatic renewal. So it's important that you monitor your credit cards, make sure you put a calendar date to remind yourself, cancel that thing, because when you're applying to WGU, let's say like I'm starting October 1st, you can transfer credits up until the first month prior to you starting. So right now it's October 19th, I believe. And so that gives me a little time to try to get through as many courses as I possibly can so that I can have them ready to submit to be reviewed by the transfer department at WGU on or before the 1st of September. Okay, so that's just important to keep in mind. WGU does not allow you to start taking these courses at Sophia.com and or study.com while you're enrolled at WGU because they consider it dual enrollment. So just kind of be aware of that. And if you're not sure you want to start at WGU quite yet, or you want to save up some money, or you want to go this route, and maybe you can blast through these courses and get your GE done with, a lot less expenses, I definitely recommend Sophia.com. Now let's go on to study.com. So study.com is a little bit different. We'll look at their plans here. I think I might be enrolled, so it may not show. Yeah, I'm currently enrolled. So let me see if I can sign out for a second, or let's just do incognito mode. So study.com, does it have me signed in still? No, it doesn't. Okay, so let's look at the plans here just to kind of get an understanding. So it says, what best describes you? I'll say I'm a student. Choose a goal. Earn college credit. And then, okay, so hold on one second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to go through quite a bit of like a questionnaire. So this is the plan that I enrolled in. It was $139, I think, because I used a promo code from someone. I'll see if I can link that below for you as well. But basically it was $130 for the month. And the thing about this is they tell you a lot of these benefits here. So 220 lower upper division courses, transferable courses from all these places. But what they don't show you is that like there is a limit in terms of how many courses you can take. So with this plan, let's go ahead and go back to the non-incognito window. But I just wanted to show you how much it costs here. So it's $199 flat rate for 1 month. And here's the issue. So let's close this out. If you look at the College Accelerator, the one I just showed you, it says everything in Premium Edition Plus, you can earn college credit and then take 2 exams per month. So what this means is you can take as many courses as you like. So don't get that twisted. You can take as many quizzes and practice tests and all that stuff, but you can only complete up to 2 exams per month. And if you want to take more exams, you would have to pay for those exams. So I think you could take up to 3 more exams, and they're $70 a piece. So if you already paid $200 for the month, you're paying another essentially $210. So you paid $410 for 5 classes, which doesn't really sit well with me. And again, I enrolled in them already. I went through with it, and it is still cost savings and gets you a leg up. But if you really want to knock this stuff out the right way, I would do as much as you can within Sophia.com first. Maybe check out some of the other transfer school options to see if there's any other school that fits your plan if you want to get through this as quickly as possible, and just go from there. So just something to consider between the two of these. And yeah, so I'm going to show you my plan of action, and then we'll close this video out. Okay, so I'm here at my trusty Trello board. You've probably seen this in some of my Study With Me videos. If you don't have Trello, I strongly suggest that you get it. It is a great tool for you to track your progress. As you can see, my done list is not as long as I'd like it to be, but I completed both certifications, and I got another one I'm working on here on the left side. And then this is what I'm going to talk about right here. This is my WGU Information Technology warm-up. So it actually, let me change the dates too, but let's go ahead and open this up. So this is actually for the period, because I start school on October 1st. And I'll talk to you about that December 31st date as well. But let's go ahead and change this to today, August 19th through really August 31st. So we'll save that. Okay. So this is my plan. I don't know how much of this I'm going to complete, but this is my plan. And actually, let me change my dates again because that's not correct. Okay. August 19th, 2022 through September 30th of 2022. Okay. So I start school on October 1st of this year. And in terms of the prep for it, there are essentially 12 courses that I can theoretically complete between now and the end of August 31st. And the reason why I have that short time frame is because, again, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I changed my major, and then I revisited the idea of study.com and sophia.com. And so I could have really got a jump on this much sooner. But nonetheless, we're going to make make the best of what we have now. And so I'm going to try to take as many of these courses as I can to kind of have more transfer credit into WGU. So that's the first thing in the month of August. And then because I can't submit anything else without risking pushing back my my enrollment date at WGU, and I don't want to do that. October 1st is already far out enough. I would have rather started in September. Then I'm going to spend September working on my CompTIA stuff. So CompTIA is not a requirement for this degree, but there are some subsequent degrees like cloud that I want to get after I complete this information technology degree. And so anything I can do to kind of give myself a boost in that area, in addition to the courses I'm taking for this information technology management course or degree program, I'm going to do it. So I've seen, so with CompTIA, I'm actually pretty familiar with the CompTIA A+ content. I was binging Professor Messer like all of COVID, and I just didn't take the test. And I've gone through some practice tests, scored pretty well, but I'm going to brush up on some things and pay for the voucher and then just take it and see what happens. The Net Plus and Security Plus, that's a different story, because the network portion of CompTIA on its own was a little bit hard for me to wrap my mind around. That's probably one of my weaker areas, but nonetheless, I'm committed to trying to learn it. And I'm going to see if I can get through these certifications as well within the month. So I'll start on September 1st and just go through all of these, or go through as much of this as possible. And again, these are just stepping stones so that when I go through other degree programs, I can just transfer this over and say, no, I already got this cert, I got that cert, I got this cert, I got my ITIL, I have some core classes like Introduction to Networks and some other things from the information technology business degree, all that good stuff. I'm already prepared. Okay. So this is my warm-up plan. We'll revisit my actual study plan once I get officially enrolled. I haven't officially enrolled, so I don't want to really make projections based off of what I can't do, but this is what's within my control. This is something that I'm willing to work towards. And the work actually starts, I said on the 19th, actually starts today, the 19th. So Friday, I'm gonna start this. I already talked to family and friends like, yo, don't really bother me this weekend. I'm gonna be trying to get as much done as I can. So expect some long study with me videos to come. And yeah, this is it. So with that said, thank you for watching this video. This is my plan of action. Again, this channel for me is primarily about accountability. And then secondarily, I hope that you can get some benefit from this as well. So hopefully you're seeing some things that make you think, either I want to try this information technology management degree, or you know what, I like what WGU has to offer, and I want to go ahead and take a look at that. So if that's something that's in the cards for you and something you want to look into, check out the links below, check out this video, contact somebody at WGU. It doesn't hurt to call. You can get information. Yeah, they'll try to sell you on the benefits of the school, but you can always say no if it doesn't fit for you. The fee for just about every term on average is about $4,000 if you want to just calculate it straight up. So be expecting to pay that or be able to accommodate that payment. And you got 6 months and you have unlimited courses that you can take. Sky's the limit. So just keep that in mind. And as always, think about your career, think about what it is that you want to do, and make the necessary steps towards it. Don't play around. This is your career. It's your life. There's no one holding you back. There's no one that necessarily needs to pump you up. It's all about you. Just do what you need to do to get through it. That said, appreciate you guys for checking out this channel. As always, if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe, and share with someone you think could benefit from it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Dear me, 3 to 6 months. Watch how I make you proud.